a problem that you've been, the entire department has actually been dealing with: fake invoices, input fake claims. How serious is this problem? Because some of these numbers seem to be quite big, and where do we stand on that front to clamp down on wrong practices?
So yes, it has been a concern, that we've had a very large number of cases where bogus firms have been created, either by stealing the identity of other people unwittingly, I mean without their knowing it, or sometimes even with their consent. And these firms are then used to seed bogus input tax credit, which is then circulated in the system. Obviously, this has a revenue implication, because if this fake ITC is used for payment of taxes, to that extent, either the center or the states or both are not collecting, the taxes that ought to have come to them in the normal course. So both the center and the states have been quite active in dealing with this problem. For our part, I can say that CBIC had launched a drive way back in August 20, to deal with fake ITC. And so far, we have come across cases involving bogus ITC claims of roughly about 63,000 crore. So that's a very large number. And we have, in the course of this drive, we have unearthed about 24,000 fake GSTNs. So that is a concrete number, which I can share with you. In addition to this, there are two other developments that have happened. So one is that the states and the center decided to work together, and to do a major campaign or a drive to clean our taxpayer base starting 15th of May. It was a 2-month campaign ending on the 15th of July. And how we went about it is that we used data analytics to identify almost 60,000 GSTNs or taxpayers who appeared to be suspicious to us on the basis of risk parameters that we've used. And these risk parameters have to do with their behavior in terms of, how active they are in the system, have they been filing their returns on time, what is the pattern of their invoice generation, and so on and so forth. So we identified 60,000 such entities to begin with. And so far, we've been able to complete the verification of about 50,000 odd. And we found, as a result of this drive, that about 25% of the units we verified turned out to be bogus or fake. We've taken action, of course, in all these cases to either suspend or cancel the registration of these taxpayers, because they are admittedly fake, or at least that is what our verification shows. The exposure in terms of fake ITC in this drive has been of the order of about another 14,000 crore so far. And we're still counting. We have a few more days to go before the drive comes to an end. These drives are important in themselves, and they're necessary for cleaning the tax base and for preventing this kind of a misuse. I may also mention that this misuse is not unique to India. In any GST or VAT administration, the problem of the missing trader, whether it is the European Union or it's other major VAT or GST administrations, is a problem that all such tax administrations are having to cope with. But what has made it easier for us is that we're using big data, we're using analytics in a very big way to identify such taxpayers the moment they enter our system. What we've also done, and it's important to mention that, because these are very often cited as instances where we are trying to make the life of the general taxpayer more difficult. But actually it is not so. We have taken a large number of policy measures, for example, to discipline the filing of returns. And if you recall, two instances I would like to mention here. One is the sequential filing of returns, which was prescribed last year. And the second is the prescription by which a taxpayer is disabled from filing a GSTR1 return unless he actually files a GSTR3B and pays the taxes in the previous month. So these are some of the legal measures or amendments that we've carried out to address the problem.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.